lovers, and welcome to the Liberty Mike podcast, broadcasting from an undisclosed location in the heart of Dixie. I am Michael, and I am here with Liberty Larry.
How's it going?
Doing all right. It's United Nations Day.
Is it really?
It is United Nations Day, according to the calendar at my office.
So did they declare that themselves?
Maybe.
I mean, how else would they get it, right?
I don't know how any of that's done.
I don't know. I just can't imagine the president decided one day, I'm going to declare today United Nations Day.
Well, I mean, it feels like there's at least 8 days a month that are something day.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I think Monday was like Wolf Preservation Day or something like that.
Oh, that's a big
which
one.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I'm all about preserving the wolves. It's a good species.
So I don't know. There's always something. It's always somebody's day.
Yeah.
Even dogs have their day, apparently.
Apparently.
I did see a meme today that was the top picture was a wolf saying, "That campfire sure does look good, and it smells like good food over there. What's the worst that could happen?"
Yeah.
and the bottom picture was like a couple of frou-frou dogs dressed up and like, yeah.
It's like our family dog. Like this little tiny yapper.
Yeah, exactly. But, in some kind of costume.
Yeah.
Some stupid dog costume. I don't know why people do that to their dogs. People do it to their cats, too. I feel like my cats wouldn't tolerate that.
Yeah. I watched my daughter walk our cat outside with a leash yesterday.
Oh, so, you can leash train a cat.
Apparently. This is the second time, like years ago, she tried to do this, and all the cat would do was lay on the ground. Like it would not get up off the ground. She's like dragging it across the yard. But this time was different. Like he's skittish about it. I was just waiting for him to attack her.
I feel like if I'd have started when he was younger, I mean, he's going to be 15 in a few months now. But if I'd have started with the black cat when he was younger, I think that I could at least trained him pretty good. Yeah. And he's so nothing affects him. Yeah. He's just not bothered by anything. So I feel like I could actually walk him. The other one is way too high strung.
Yeah.
If I tried to take her outside,
I just have this picture in my head when people try to walk a cat of it like running and then jumping back at you. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
I just picture that with the claws. I just picture it going bad.
Yeah. I feel like Freya would be immediately climbing up to my shoulder. Yeah. Bizu, I think, would just be checking stuff out and be not bothered by anything because he's just not bothered by anything. Yeah. He's got a good temperament for that kind of thing. Yeah. She does not.
Well, this cat that my daughter is walking is an old cat, so apparently not like dogs. Yeah.
They say that black cats live longer too. So
this is a black cat, and he's up there in age.
Oh, is this Bear?
This is Bear. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, she's taking Bear for a walk.
Nice. That was a practically feral outdoor cat for a long time.
Was, yeah. Which is the reason she tries to get him outside, because he misses it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything more to say about United Nations Day. I just thought it was interesting.
Well, did you have a good No King's Day? That's my question.
I did not make it.
You didn't go celebrate or protest, or I'm not really sure exactly what it was.
I did hear
dress up in your Halloween costume.
Yeah, I did hear Jimmy Dore say they didn't have any demands. If you have no demands, it's not a protest; it's a parade.
Well, the demand is in the thing. No kings, and they won. They got that.
Yeah. I also saw a Twitter post, which may or may not have been, hey, I guess my phone's over there.
You didn't mute it.
I did see a Twitter post from @TheRealDonaldTrump, but he doesn't really post there, right? So I don't know if it's real or not.
He has that account, but I don't know if he doesn't post there often, but it's open again.
Oh, okay.
So they unblocked it or whatever.
Well, I saw a post on that account, or it could have been Photoshopped, who knows? Yeah. But it said, "I want to thank everybody that went out and protested on No King's Day. I thought that there was a king challenging me for my job, but thanks to your efforts,
I'm still the
your president."
Yeah. So he really did put that out at the last No Kings That was the first time they did this demonstration. He put that post out, and that was really him. Yeah. And he put another one out for this one. I saw it on Truth Social, and I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was mocking them again. It was funny. Oh, no, the thing I saw that was the funniest, so he put out a post, but he also put out an AI video of him flying a jet with the crown on, dumping poop on the protesters. Mm-hmm. I thought that was, I mean, I don't
crass.
know. Well, I mean, it obviously is, but it's also Donald Trump. It's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just, I don't even know. Like, it was funny. I laughed. Maybe I'm a bad person, but
I don't know. You got King Donald pooping all over the United States of America. It seems a little on the nose.
A little.
I don't know. I actually think that the protest was kind of an interesting thing to talk about. Initially I dismissed it, but the fact that there weren't any demands kind of drew my attention.
Yeah.
I also read that they had them limited to 2 hours. So you came out, you're signed up, you got your name in a database, you got your sign for the 2 hours that you were there, and then they shut the whole thing down. And
that's it. I wasn't aware of that.
That may not have been everywhere, but but I read multiple accounts that were essentially that. And but I think that if you're going to protest but you're not going to make policy demands, first off, right, it's not a protest then. But like, why wouldn't you make policy demands? I mean, the whole thing is about, like, you got to hate Trump. Well, that's what this is about.
That's what I was fixing to say, is like, that's what it is. Like, it's not, which is interesting because, like, when I hate politicians, I generally have some kind of policy that I'm, like, very staunchly against. Mm-hmm. And they do too. I'm not saying they don't. But it didn't seem like it came up.
Yeah, it was pretty amorphous anyway, and we'll get to some of the things that it was supposed to be about. Yeah. But they didn't have any explicit policy demands. Yeah. And I was thinking about that, and I think that the reason is because the other side has the same policies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't make policy demands of President Trump, because if you make policy demands of President Trump, or you protest against specific policies of President Trump, then when the next Democrats in the White House and they're doing the same thing, because they do.
Oh yeah,
then you have a problem.
Well, and they did kind of head off a problem that a lot of these things run into, where you have your guy making the same statements that you're out there protesting against.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to worry about that with this, like the old Bill Clinton talking about borders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think of the clones that run for president in Futurama.
Yeah.
And they're at the debate, and the one clone says, "I think that your 3-cent titanium tax goes too far." And the other guy, his clone, responds, "I think your 3-cent titanium tax doesn't go too far enough."
Too far enough, yeah. Right.
Well, but wait a minute. You both have the same 3-cent titanium tax. Like, what?
Yeah.
There's no difference in your policies, but that's
politics in America.
Good satire of American politics.
It really is.
So they did complain about a few things, and I'm going to try to put this in the context, and I know I'm not the first one, but put this in the context of the COVID lockdowns.
Oh yeah. You go to the Liberty Mike Facebook page, you'll get a few memes about that.
Oh yeah? Okay, cool. Well, I can't wait to see them when I upload the
when you do your once a week sprawl.
Exactly. So, they say it was in opposition to attempts to consolidate power and defy court decisions.
Yeah.
You mean like Biden did with the student loan issues, like Biden did with the rent moratorium, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I'll try and stick to more recent stuff that you'll all remember, I hope.
Yeah.
The immigration policies. So, all right, fine, I get that. Like, you can't keep people out of the country, but you can lock them in their own homes. That's okay.
Yeah, right.
Like, you're cool with that.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, that was for a pandemic. We had a health emergency, Michael. Do you not understand?
It had a 1% death rate.
Based
less than, actually.
That was based on science.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, it was not. We're not getting into that right now, though.
Well, I'm just throwing at you some of the things I've had thrown at me this week.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Militarizing U.S. cities. That one I get. Like, I'm totally on board with that, too. I mean, not on board with militarizing U.S. cities. I'm on board with protesting against militarization of U.S. cities.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about Venezuela again, too.
Yeah.
So, then there was eliminating all these people's work by eliminating federal jobs. Oh, you mean like when they declared half the country non-essential workers and shut down their businesses?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's okay if you do it to private businesses, but not okay if you do it to government that we're all having to pay for.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't understand this at all.
No.
Tax breaks for the wealthy at the expense of healthcare and welfare. Because of the way they managed the pandemic, we now have 2 companies in this area that own every single healthcare facility. Yep. That was not true. There were like 7 or 8 plus a bunch of independents before the pandemic. But because of the way they paid out bonuses and subsidies to these businesses, now their USA Healthcare and Infirmary Healthcare own everything here.
That's all
we have an independent hospital, maybe 2. I think there's one in Mobile too.
There might be.
But yeah, okay. So you just benefited the big healthcare businesses with your COVID policies while eliminating all the competition and making things far worse for patients.
Yeah, and employees, by the way. My wife's caught up in that system, and it's a mess, to say the least.
Yeah. And of course, the Trump administration's attacks on free speech. Not to mention that the Biden administration has been shown to censor social media posts that were opposed to their policies in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Even by professionals.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I just don't.
It's just hard to get behind it.
It's not that they want no kings; they just want their king.
Yeah, exactly. That's the.
If we had a Democrat doing all of these exact same things, there probably would be no protest because the right doesn't really do this.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
Well, I mean,
but
you go back to the Tea Party. There was some pretty nice protests during Obama.
There were some protests during some of the COVID lockdowns too. I don't mean to completely dismiss that. Although, while they were right heavy, though they were kind of bipartisan too. There were plenty old liberals that were also protesting lockdowns and mandates and so forth.
Oh yeah.
My late aunt was a radical left-wing Democrat.
Yeah.
And was arguing and opposed to all of that stuff.
Yeah.
She's an old 60s liberal Democrat. She believes in free speech and that you get to make your own choices and that,
Absolutely.
She believes in civil liberties.
Yeah.
Neither of the major parties now believe in civil liberties. It's my way or the highway, and
it's all partisanship. It's all my team versus your team.
Exactly. These are examples, but and of course nobody was complaining about what was going on in Gaza.
Yeah.
Because despite the ceasefire, they haven't stopped killing people.
Yeah.
They just haven't.
Yeah. They've slowed down the rate.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I suppose.
2 weeks to slow the spread.
Or, I don't know, the last one I heard was an 11-year-old boy was killed by the IDF in the West Bank. So maybe because they have the ceasefire in Gaza, they're redirecting their energies to the West Bank.
Oh, man.
At any rate, there's no difference in the way No, that's not entirely true. I was about to say there's no difference in the way the two parties govern. There is a difference in the way the two parties govern, but there's no difference in their policies.
Yeah, exactly. Two sides of the same coin.
It's all little things that that are irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay. So, everything's a whole lot better at the TSA now. It's not invasive like it used to be. You don't have to take your shoes off anymore. What? That's nothing. That's a meaningless difference.
Yeah.
That has no effect. I'm still frustrated about the way the TSA works, even though I can keep my shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. This is not the pose of a free man.
Yeah. Yeah. I thank you for that. I still say that every time I go through that machine.
Yeah.
I make sure that security can hear me and the people on the other side can hear me too.
Yep.
I don't yell at her or anything, but I...
Nice firm voice, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly. Which is probably going to keep me from getting on a flight someday, but...
It's bound to happen. Hope you're not going somewhere important.
I know. Like, what if it happened when I was like in Philadelphia on my way to Zurich later this year or something? That would suck. Now I'm trapped in Philadelphia. At least I have family up there, I guess.
Still a bad place to be trapped.
Yeah, but I wanted to be in Switzerland.
Well, no, it's a bad place to be trapped.
That's the real problem.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if I was leaving out of anywhere else in the U.S. Like the point is that I wanted to be in Switzerland at the end of the day, or actually the next day because that's a long flight. But anyway, I just found it strange. I think they played a bunch of man on the street type videos on. Well, not videos, audio files on the No Agenda show asking people why they were there, and they just couldn't even explain it.
No, it was, I saw some, not No Agenda, I'm kind of behind on them, but I saw some different videos online of just people going up asking questions, even some here locally. And the best you really got was, I hate Trump, but no kind of substance behind it
Yeah. What specific policies do you have trouble with?
Yeah.
He's mean.
Yeah. Which, talking about the two parties being the same, just what you also have to keep in mind is Trump was supposed to be, from the time he came on the scene, radically different. Like all of his campaigns is I'm different. I'm not going to be like everybody else. And he talks a good game during the campaign, but when he gets in office, both times it's the same old guy. It might as well be another Republican suit.
Yeah. Well, absolutely true.
It's more entertaining. He's funny, but beyond that, there's no substance behind it or no real change.
Yeah. Well, I was talking with somebody at work about that today. I was like, the problem is that they all do the same things once they're there.
Yeah.
We voted for Obama for hope and change.
Yeah.
And he got in there and he was just another George Bush.
Yeah. And that one was equally disappointing. I never really supported Obama, but when he won, the thing I kind of held on to was, he was really anti-war. He was that was his campaign because we had just been through 8 years of Bush.
Yeah.
And he had campaigned real hard on that.
Yeah.
And then he cranked up the drone war and everything
and
else.
expanded into other countries. We went from 2 countries we were at war with to 7.
Exactly. So
actually, I think we went from 3 to 7. I think that one's exaggerated a little bit because we were fighting in Somalia before he took office. So.
Yeah.
But I think people add that to his tally, and
yeah, unfairly.
It shouldn't be. Yeah.
At any rate, you didn't get what you were promised, and Trump's the same way.
Yeah, Trump was the outsider. It was going to be a change from Obama and the way the standard way of Washington D.C. And it didn't really change. The press changed.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the way they talked about presidential actions changed, but the actual the actions themselves didn't.
Not at all.
Just think of how proud he is that he didn't start any new wars. That's a really, really low bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were involved in so many wars already, it would have been hard to start new wars.
Yeah, right. Well, I wouldn't put anything past them, but but you're not wrong. We were already so involved everywhere. And right now he is trying to take pride in unwinding some of this. And some of it we'll see, but time will tell.
Well, it's seeking personal glory. Whatever he's doing in Gaza and Ukraine, he's just seeking personal glory. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't care what his goal is.
That's always been the thing with Trump, though, especially with the foreign policy and with the wars, is it's always about him. Like, he's never in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Even when he was campaigning, talking about stopping the wars, I mean, we're just wasting all this money, you know? Like, never mind the millions of dead kids and people, you know?
Yeah, it's like that whole thing about, slavery had to come to an end anyway. It's just not a real efficient way of picking cotton.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, that's not the problem with slavery.
That's not the reason slavery is bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, but it's not why it needed to come to an end. That's not the reason that...
Yeah.
So, he's just... He has no understanding. And of course, this is the problem, I guess, is that he has no more understanding than the people that were out there in those protests.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get that all the time when he gets interviewed with stuff, and it's like, I don't know, he's on a different plane. Mm-hmm. It's I don't know.
Yeah, he just thinks about this in a very different way, which could be a benefit, but it's not.
Yeah. Well, hasn't proven to be so far.
Yeah.
We still got time. I mean, there's
3 more years.
I am optimistic, like hopeful and optimistic. I mean, like but you know, I mean, I've been hurt before.
Yeah, you already been through 4 years of this.
I know it's not going to be any better, but you hope, like, you know. And it's entertaining, nevertheless.
Yeah, at least he's funny. Yeah. I do appreciate that. I've been reading a lot of Albert Camus. Like, you got to take on some of this absurdist philosophy. Yeah. That's kind of like absurdist nihilism that he promotes. Like, hey, none of this has meaning. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, right?
All experiences are roughly equal. There's no value to be placed on any of it except what you just choose to place on it yourself. So don't be bothered by it. Just be entertained. Yeah. You have control over this.
That's a smart way of looking at it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So. I did want to mention like another thing that is. Oh well, okay. So there's 2 other things. There's a legitimate possibility here that John Bolton might go to prison.
Yeah, wouldn't that be?
I think. Like, generally speaking, I would be pretty dubious about the possibility of anybody facing any kind of consequences.
Yeah.
But I think John Bolton is so disliked by so many that it might actually happen. And I don't delight in it exactly, but it is kind of poetic justice, especially the way because this is about classified documents.
Yeah.
And he was emailing them through his AOL account or whatever to 2 of his family members so that he had them for when he was going to write his tell-all book.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So horribly mishandling protected information. But this is a guy who throughout his career has really gone after leakers and whistleblowers.
Yeah.
Snowden and Manning and like all these people that I don't want to speak for you, but I think that we agree are heroes for releasing information about the misdeeds of our government and what they were doing in our name and lying to us about it. Kiriakou and Danny Davis, like lots of people have released information to the public that they felt it was their duty to release to the public to show us all the crimes of our own government.
Yeah.
Right. And he has really gone after these people, thinks that they should all be tried for treason and hung and like so forth.
Yeah.
He did the same kind of thing. He wasn't releasing it to the public.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, those people were all very careful about their releases to the public to make sure that it didn't endanger anybody else. Regardless of what you heard about Snowden, about how, it endangered all of these people. Actually, no, it was very carefully sifted through and nobody was put in danger. Like they did eventually state that they had nobody that was actually placed in danger, no assets that were placed in danger because of the Snowden leaks, because they were very careful about how they released the information.
Yeah.
All right. Bolton didn't release it to the public, but he put it on an AOL server.
I just picture this like boomer, like low, like dial-up internet trying to.
It's almost like that. And there are reports that Iran access this information.
And that, because that's where I was fixing to say too, is that's the real danger here, is because it's like a not encrypted, like could easily the Russians or the Iranians or any number of nations could intercept this information and it become a legitimate put like people's lives in danger situation.
Yeah.
You know. Even though the people he's releasing it to may not be that, the poor handling of it, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope he goes to jail. I hope he goes to jail whether he's actually responsible for this stuff or not. And I know that sounds terrible, but his crimes
are tall.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's a war criminal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, I'm okay if he accidentally goes to jail for something else. In the same way that, like, okay, you have a brutal organized crime boss like Al Capone that went to jail for tax evasion. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and the way I look at it with Bolton is, particularly him in jail would just be so fitting, because you just have to think of the lives that he's ruined with through his policy. And he's not somebody that was just like out there proclaiming, like he was a policy maker. He was in the seat driving some of this stuff. And just the lives that he's ruined through that, like he just deserves to have some of that put back on him.
Yeah. Now, if we could just get Elliot Abrams, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one to go next. Right. The top of the heap for me would be John Brennan.
Oh yeah, we might get that one. I'm not holding my breath, but I mean, there's talks of it. So
if that guy hid classified information, then he's got dirt on people. There's no way they're sending Brennan to jail. He was CIA.
Well, and that you're probably right. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Is he knows where the skeletons are.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so I don't think Brennan will get any comeuppance. We won't get our satisfying ending to the Western story with Brennan, I don't think.
Yeah.
Although, while we were talking about the No King's Day, and I was saying, they're asking these people why they're there and they can't explain it. Maybe it's because they just aren't able to articulate it because of their poor education. I mean, that could be...
their poor reading skills.
Yeah. Not very eloquent.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I mean, you heard about the incident in Fairhope, right? With the woman getting arrested?
No, what?
She had on a...
This is just south of us, by the way.
Yeah, this is here locally. It made national news. I saw it on some big publications. But she had on a penis costume. It said "No dictators."
Nice.
And it was one of those inflatable ones. Like there's a whole video of her like being tackled in the penis suit and whatnot. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Whose jurisdiction covers that?
That'd be Fairhope.
I don't understand.
We might could snag an interview with one of the cops.
Gosh, was it like public indecency or something like that?
I'm thinking that's what it was like, because it's Fairhope, so you can't just like...
Trying to picture that. I'm gonna have to look this up afterwards. Now I'm curious what this costume looked like.
It looked like what you would think.
Well, there were thousands of people all over the country wearing vagina hats just a couple of years ago. I don't remember arrests being made over that.
Maybe they weren't in Fairhope. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a legit answer to that. But the idea I got at least was that it was an indecent exposure thing, or like a... I don't know. Fairhope has a lot of ordinances.
Yeah, so it would have to be. It's not. She wasn't exposing herself, right? So it would have to be like public indecency.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Don't wear my penis costume to Fairhope. Got it.
Yeah. Daphne, you'll be just fine.
Maybe.
I doubt that.
I wonder about Spanish Fort. Let's probably be okay in Loxley.
Oh yeah, Loxley, Bay Manan, any of those areas, nobody's even going to bat an eye.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we'll see about Bolton. I'm curious how that's going to play out. I'm going to be incredibly disappointed if he doesn't go to prison, and that'll just be a sign that no one will ever be held accountable for anything.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody matters.
Nobody has been so far.
Yeah.
So.
Nobody that matters will ever be held accountable for anything that matters. That's probably what I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, the only person that went to jail for the CIA torture program was John Kiriakou, who blew the whistle on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know. The other thing is that, did you hear about this this theft in the Louvre?
So I heard about it. I don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I know there were a bunch of bogus videos out there I saw some of those of like supposedly of them like carrying it out.
Yeah.
But apparently those were all pretty well. There was one that was legitimate, but it was after they had, I guess, when they were making the escape. That's the only video I saw that seemed to be like legitimate from it.
They put like an elevator up to the window. They're wearing hard hats and yellow vests. And
so I guess there was a video of them going in too, because I guess whoever made that ladder like had a like advertisement for it later on.
Yeah,
because of how well it worked.
I mean, that's kind of the thing that I wanted to talk about in this, like about what kind of culture that we have developed here, because $102 million worth of historic jewelry, like the crown jewels of France, essentially. Yeah. I mean, not exactly, I don't think, but
pretty close.
Were stolen from the Louvre in broad daylight with people recording it on their phones.
Yeah, yeah. With some of which, some of those were legitimate videos.
Like, how
what else are you going to do? Are you going to go like intercept them yourself? I don't know. This video might be worth money.
It seems like there should have been some Frenchman in there that would have been upset about this. Or maybe you go call a security guard or something. I'm blown away that this could happen. It is such a complete failure in so many ways.
I mean, it was the same thing with the guy that shot Trump. Like, there were people the guy's got a ladder getting on the building, and there's people around like, hey, somebody should do something about this. And like, it all slipped through the cracks. Like,
yeah, I mean, but he was outside the perimeter.
Well, yeah, exactly.
He was outside the perimeter. These guys are like cutting holes in display cases in the middle of the day in the Louvre.
Yeah, it's wild.
And I'm just amazed that people would. I mean, there's a whole lot of things like this that happen.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was always taught when you're doing something like that, just act like you know what you're doing. I mean, they had on yellow vests. Like, I mean, just assume that they were, they're supposed to be there.
Seems like somebody should have asked some questions. And I can't. It's hard to imagine that there's no security that would have walked by.
That seems odd.
In this, I don't know. I mean, I was trying to think of exactly how it was presented, but there's the story that the priest tells in Boondock Saints about the girl getting beaten and killed, and people just walked by and ignored it. And his point is the inaction of good people is just as evil, et cetera.
Absolutely.
Which that's a great movie, by the way. I still enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This just feels like the same thing, and especially with some of my recent readings, it's like, okay, just like everything's entertainment.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's all entertainment. So these people are just like, they're more interested in the likes that they're going to get in their Instagram account or their TikTok account or whatever than preventing the theft
of the government's
priceless
money.
Artifacts.
Yeah.
Well, but it's not just government's money; it's priceless artifacts. Yeah. Like, what if somebody was trying to steal the original Declaration of Independence? I think of National Treasure, right?
I was going to say they made a movie about that.
Yeah, was it the Declaration or Constitution? I don't remember.
I thought it was the Declaration. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Either way, I mean, would you just like record it on your phone so that you could get a bunch of likes later, or would you try and put it into that? I mean,
Depends on what he's going to do with it. If he's going to use it and put it into action, I might support him.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying, like, at least somebody's using it.
It'd be nice if, somebody actually executed the Constitution in the way that it was intended, and instead of, you talk about Trump not excusing things that he does in the same way that like an Obama did. And I was like, well, of course, Obama was a constitutional lawyer. And we all know that the chief role of a constitutional lawyer is to figure out how to get around the Constitution. Yeah. That is the role of a constitutional lawyer.
Yeah.
Actually, on that note, let's play. I think this is the most disgusting clip that we've played on the podcast. So be prepared.
So are we playing the Crown King flyover with the poop?
No. We have no video, so
it wouldn't be as entertaining.
Yeah, I don't think it would have the effect.
I got you.
But it is Trump.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and play this, and then there's plenty to talk about.
All right.
And Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. They're going to be like dead.
All right. I cannot believe that this is being tolerated at this point.
Yeah.
I can't believe that this is... If the U.S. was not the military arm of the UN, I feel like somebody would be doing something.
I mean, there's nobody to do anything. I mean, that's what it really, like, if you're looking for, like, outside corrections, like, there's nobody else is going to, there's no other military power that's willing to take this on. But I think more about us here at home.
Yeah.
That we're willing to just, like, put up with this blatant.
Congress is the real problem. They should be stepping in and saying that this is completely illegal.
Yeah.
Like, we cannot enforce domestic law, domestic crime policy in other nations or in international waters. Yeah. There's no justification for it whatsoever. And in fact, there's no, besides the fact that Rand Paul came out there and said even the boats that that are stopped by the Coast Guard, there's like a 25% failure is not the right word. Error rate.
Error rate, yeah.
That, like 25% of them have no drugs aboard whatsoever.
Yeah.
And like the Trump administration's killed almost 50 people now. Bombing boats.
Yeah.
In international waters because he claims that they're carrying drugs. And this is
if
actually
the boats that we're stopping has a error rate. Some of those boats we've bombed are not like drug smugglers.
Yeah. So based on the same rate, we've killed a dozen innocent people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just don't see how you get around that not being true.
Think of it as a more domestic issue, right?
Yeah.
Like different states have different laws.
Yeah.
Actually, drugs are illegal in Venezuela too, but for the most part, I mean, they have
unless you're shipping them to the U.S., right?
They have very similar. Well, I mean, they're not even going to like.
I'm just joshing you.
It's not fentanyl. It's not going to the U.S. It's. Yeah. I mean, the claims of remember their excuse without giving any support to their claims here.
Yeah.
Is that they have ironclad intelligence. Yeah, well, we've heard that one before.
Yeah. That's how we got into Iraq.
Exactly. So, believe that at your peril. And this would be, if you bring it down to a more local level, it would be like, so killing Venezuelan drug dealers just outside of Venezuela is like the Idaho police shooting prostitutes in Nevada.
Yeah. Just sitting across the border sniping them.
Yeah. Or actually, more accurately, it's like killing attractive young women returning from a weekend in Nevada because they look like they might have been engaged in prostitution.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably a more accurate comparison.
Yeah. Because you don't have any hard evidence. You're just it's the same thing with these boats. Like, we don't have physical evidence tying drugs to these boats.
Yeah, look at the picture of all this dust in the water. I can't see what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's all been blown to bits. Like,
yeah, there's going to be dust in the water after you blow up a boat.
We just used the U.S. military to shoot a boat. Like,
and like last week, I said that everybody should be concerned about the use of the U.S. military to enforce domestic criminal law.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But you listen to him there. We're just gonna kill these drug dealers. We're gonna kill them dead. People that are bringing drugs into the U.S., we're gonna kill them dead. Is that how we're gonna deal with them on U.S. soil too? Yeah. What about American citizens on U.S. soil dealing drugs?
Yeah. I mean, at this rate, I don't really see where the line is drawn.
Like he thinks he's Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Like, I am the law.
Yeah.
I have decided that these people are guilty, and so I am summarily executing them. And that's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's summary executions. We should be opposed to this completely.
Well, and
Congress needs to be stepping in and putting an end to this. They're the ones that are supposed to declare wars, and they are absolutely not supposed to tolerate the president usurping that power.
Yeah. Even if you want to, like, I don't understand why we have to bomb them. Like, can't we just stop these boats? We clearly know where they're at. We have a military and a coast. I mean, I'm not for using the military for this purpose.
Yeah, but even then, like, using Navy ships to do this has got to be cheaper than launching the missiles and flying aircraft.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, even if, like, where the stuff is going on, just get out there and stop them the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
And we'll have our little failure rate and not killed anybody.
Yeah. Now, it's like dropping the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That was a show to the Russians that we had this power to do this.
Yeah.
And right now we're showing the Venezuelans that we have the power to destroy their country, that we can reach out and touch them. Yeah. And that's what it's really about. It's about a regime change operation in Venezuela. It has nothing to do with drugs.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, that's what it is.
But it shouldn't be tolerated either way. The thing is that Trump probably would get his vote.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare that the parties go against declaring any kind of war anywhere.
Well, you're right about that.
Declaring war on the cartels, he probably would get his vote.
Yeah.
But then he would force people to go on record with it.
That was what I was fixing to say. But now everybody's on the record, which could turn out bad when this inevitably turns out bad for the U.S. Yeah. Everybody's on record. Same way with Iraq when we went in there. Like that, everybody that voted for that, like, it turned on them about a decade later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it took that long for it to happen. So
I just can't believe this is what I think should be done. All right. So, like, somebody's head should roll for this.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean that literally, but there should be people imprisoned, maybe death penalty for it. It's murder. It is just murder, regardless of whether they're engaged in criminal activity or not.
Yeah.
They're not a threat.
Yeah.
They're not a physical threat to the people that are dropping bombs or shooting missiles at them. That's for sure. Right. They're not a threat to take over the country. Or invade in any way. That's woefully inadequate forces to invade the United States.
Right.
I mean, there are very strict limits on when the president can engage the military.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't care about those limits, but they're very clearly set there.
Yeah.
And this doesn't meet any of that.
Yeah.
And I know that I guess it really started with Bush, but it was greatly expanded under Obama that you can just call anybody a terrorist and summarily execute them.
Dropping bombs. Yeah.
But this should not be something that we tolerate in the U.S. We should be better than that. We're supposed to be the moral, light on the hill and all that, but we're not. That's not how we're acting. This is a completely immoral act.
Yeah.
Without justification, legal or otherwise. Yeah. And I don't understand how this is being done. And so, but yeah, somebody should be held accountable to this. And we know that in the end, the opinion will be that he, as the president of the United States, engaged in executing his job in office, he would be immune to any kind of prosecution. But he's not the only person involved in this decision. Yeah. Other people are not necessarily immune to prosecution.
Yeah.
And I think that if we really wanted to put an end to this kind of thing, we go after the council. We go after the White House counsel that's coming up with the justifications for this.
Yeah.
You start putting lawyers in jail for their kind of their actions in this regard. Yeah. That'll bring an end to this kind of thing really quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what you go after.
That's definitely one way to think about it.
Yeah. I think that if you start putting White House counsel in jail for this kind of thing, for their justifications, their illegal justifications, that you will stop getting the illegal justifications. And without the illegal justifications, the actions stop pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
like you have to have that legal...
that barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That legal shield. And if you start going after the people that are creating this legal shield illegally, then I think that you bring an end to this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's my that's my suggestion. Go after the lawyers.
I was gonna say let's lock the lawyers up. That sounds like a good way to go here.
But I don't like his...
Be interested if any of the lawyers listening agree with this way of thinking.
Yeah, I hope so.
We've got a few, so maybe we'll hear back.
Any of you attorneys out there have an opinion on this, I would love to hear it. Michael at thelibertymike.com. There has to be something that can be done to bring an end to this.
Yeah.
And if you're a lawyer listening and you have a good legal justification for what's going on, I'd like to hear that too.
Yeah.
You might have to answer some questions if you send me an email about that. But you will have a hard time convincing me.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. But I would love to hear like a real legal justification for what's going on.
Yeah. I just don't think that there is one that would hold up to much muster.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they're using something.
But that's kind of the thing, though. Like they don't have to have much.
That's true.
Because they know in the end of the day, what you just laid out isn't going to happen. Like nobody's going to jail over this. Like the worst thing that will happen is the Supreme Court jumps in and it's like, oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And then there's no repercussions for the people who said you could. Mm-hmm. So
imagine if another country started attacking weapons shipments out of the U.S. to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Hey, it's illegal to own guns in this country.
Yeah, right. Regardless of whether you're shipping them to that country or not.
Yeah.
We're just...
I mean, they end up here.
Weapons... Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a lot of the blue states make that argument now, God, can you imagine how we would react to that kind of thing?
Yeah. It's no different. This is no different.
No, absolutely.
So I think the main thing is that Congress needs to do its job.
Yeah. Well, that's where it really... that's just never going to happen.
And this is where I urge you, like this is where the letter writing or phone call campaign comes in. Call your senators, call your congressmen, tell them that you are opposed to the president being judge, jury, and executioner of domestic U.S. law outside of the country.
Yeah, it's hard because your average Republican looks at the situation as like, well, it's just drug dealers anyway. Like, who cares if he's bombing boats with drugs on them? And they don't think it through past that, And that's the problem with a lot of Republicans in general.
Yeah, we can't let those illegal drugs come into this country. We've got legal drugs to peddle.
Yeah, exactly.
Pharmaceutical companies are making way too much money to permit that.
Yeah.
This is competition.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Just the whole Republican law and order thing. Like, I mean, I said during the campaign before Trump won that's always the Republicans' Achilles heel. Yeah. Like that's where they always overplay their hand. And this administration is no different.
Yeah, well, they certainly have.
I mean, I've never seen it to the point of getting the military involved, but you would expect that from Trump because Trump is going to push things as far as he can.
As they let him.
Exactly. As far as he can get.
I saw. We can wrap up here pretty soon, but I saw a movie last weekend called Speak No Evil. I think it's a Danish film. Not sure.
Yeah.
They speak English, Danish, and Dutch in the course of the film. So, but it's like it's a pretty disturbing horror film, like slow burn horror film.
Yeah.
But when at the end of the film, when one of the victims is asking the person who did this to him, like, why did you do this to me? The guy responds, because you lit me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good of how we run our politics here.
You gotta stand up to this. We can't permit this to happen. We can't permit him to militarize these cities. We can't permit him to militarize law enforcement at all.
Yeah.
That is something that absolutely gets turned inward. And all of these things have been built on actions of previous presidents, and we don't want his actions to be built upon.
Yeah. And the only way is to kill it in the crib.
Yeah.
It's got to stop now.
Yeah.
And there's got to be some kind of repercussions now. Because if not, I mean...
Baby killer.
I know it, right? Well, it's okay to kill baby Hitler, right?
In
the crib.
With that one.
Yeah. No, it's got to stop, though. Like, something has to be done. Because, like I say, I don't even so much... I mean, the liberals are all worried about Trump right now. I'm worried about when they get this power. Yeah. Like that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Because they're gonna win an election again. Mm-hmm. Like it's I know it looks bleak right now, but that just means whatever comes next is gonna be worse and more extreme.
Yeah.
So
all these the march towards authoritarianism in a country like this doesn't happen at once. Yeah. It's like incremental changes to a point where it can't be reversed.
Which is how we've gotten to where we're at.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he built on his predecessors, and his the people that follow will build on what he's done.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse and worse for the rest of us.
So what we need to do is have a no kings protest.
Yeah, I'll do
it. Get on our penis costumes and frog outfits and go to the streets.
Get our president back instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. That whole thing's so foolish.
Yeah. I say what you will, they're doing something.
Well, that's
true.
I don't necessarily.
I was going to say I'm not a no kings guy, obviously, but
a lot. But
they were out there.
But they're just out there making noises, like the college kids that end up being like essentially stating their position as being pro Hamas. Yeah. Like, no, you're not helping the cause here.
Yeah. Well, and
like you don't understand what it is you're actually protesting about.
Well, because it's also partisan. Like that's the real. We need a protest movement that is not left or right. It's just it's stated on a couple of founding principles. It don't have to be many. Just a uniting thing to get both sides up in arms. But the powers that be won't let that happen.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like the couple of times that it's happened in recent years, they've been too small to really have an impact. Like there were a couple of reasonably sized anti-war protests during the Biden administration that were nonpartisan. Yeah. But they just weren't big enough to matter.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
and they were undermined by people out there with like Russian flags and stuff like that too.
Yeah, you always have that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer to this is, but it can't be tolerated. The only thing that I can recommend right now is writing to or calling your congressmen and senators, because it's really their job to stop this. Like, finish your phone call and your letter every time with "do your job."
Yeah, exactly.
What am I paying you for anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know how much impact it'll have. I haven't had a lot of success contacting my representatives and senators, which is unfortunate, but
it takes the numbers. Like that's at the end of the day, that's what's going to drive the thing, is to get enough people behind it.
If people are interested, let me know, and I'll write a letter that all you got to do is print and sign, like I did for whatever the other thing was. Ukraine war, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Ukraine. Yep.
I don't have any problem doing that again. I'm gonna have to draft a letter anyway. I can generalize it a little bit more so that anybody can print it and sign it.
Yeah.
Send it to their congressmen and senators.
Yeah.
In fact, I might just do that anyway.
Yeah.
So we don't set things up that you can download from our website and so forth. It's hard to transfer to people, but I can send it to you if you do a private message on the Liberty Mike page. I can send it to you then.
Yeah. Should be able to.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Wrap it up.
Yeah. How do we normally wrap this thing up?
I don't know.
I'm lost.
We announce where we can be found. Of course, if you're listening to us, you don't really need that, but it may help you get other people.
Yeah, the interactions help. Like I say, still trying to get the Facebook page growing. So
yeah,
any kind
we got some people that don't like us now. Well done.
Yeah. Well, that's why we need to get more people on that do.
we got to even out that ratio again.
Yeah, that ratio is getting a little messed up on the page right now. There's a lot of haters on there.
Yeah. Oh well.
So. We got some people that like us too. We got some good folks on there.
I know.
We need to keep it growing. We need them to help us.
What's really nice is when the people that like us respond to the people that don't, because I get tired of doing that. Like it ends up, it's like an extra half hour or something now when I post the podcast trying to respond to all the people that are
idiocracy that is in some of the comments and feeds and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, there was the one, I guess it was last week or maybe the week before, with the guy that was saying that, oh gosh, what was, I can't remember. It wasn't compassion that he was saying. It was like understanding the way other people think.
Like empathy?
Yeah. Empathy, and empathy's the most important thing, and then punching Nazis or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
He had like 3 tenets in the last
or killing
one.
Nazis. I think it was killing, actually.
Yeah, it was killing. It was yeah.
3 tenets that didn't make any sense together.
And the last one was just like silly, like killing Nazis. Like, okay, like how many Nazis have you met? And how many Nazis have you killed? Like, I don't know.
It's like that guy that I got in the discussion with in New Orleans a couple of years ago, who there was a question that came up about Idaho. I was with Dr. Miller. She was looking at that job in Idaho, and we went out to a bar, and so she asked some people that she knew there, like what they knew about Idaho.
Yeah.
And like one of them was like, well, Idaho's full of Nazis, but like Boise's kind of cool. And so, but I got
Michael couldn't let that one go. No, I can already tell you.
I ended up in a long discussion with this guy, which eventually I had to get Dr. Miller to rescue me from because I was so tired of talking to this guy. Yeah. But, I mean, it wasn't a bad discussion. It was just like there was a point at which I was like, okay, I need to escape this.
Yeah.
But, like the first part of that, I was like, look, man, there's like, I think I'm being generous when I say that there's like 1,500 actual Nazis in the whole country. I mean, like if you're calling Nazis anybody that's to the right of the Clintons or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, like actual Nazis in this country, I think I'm being generous saying there's like 1,500 of them total. And even if they were all in Idaho, Idaho still wouldn't be full of Nazis. Yeah. Like that's the most ridiculous, hyperbolic statement I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, anyway. But if you do call Nazis anybody that's to the right of the Clintons, I guess every state's probably full of Nazis.
They're everywhere, like I say.
Anyway, yeah. So, but you can follow us on Facebook. You can subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, Podbean, like and share. help defend our page from the haters.
Yeah, right. We need some backup.
Yeah, tell your friends that maybe are more liberty minded. Actually, I have no intention of preaching to the choir particularly. Like, that's not my desire here.
That's the reason I've taken the path I have to grow the page.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'd like to have more liberty minded people. Just like I say, it's not going to be all us.
Yeah. I want people who disagree listening to us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point, really?
Yeah. Exactly.
I want people that agree with us listening to us too, because I hope that we help give you additional arguments.
Yeah. Give you some ammo.
Exactly. For, hopefully converting others, not just arguing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like an argument as much as anybody, but
yeah.
But the goal is always to better understand their position and to try and
change minds.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, iTunes, YouTube, Podbean, like and share, comment, subscribe, all the things, all the interactions. And you can always email me, michael@thelibertymike.com. I'm particularly interested this week in any attorneys' opinions on prosecuting White House counsel about some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just
genuinely curious.
Yeah. Or justifications, like actual legal justifications for what's going on.
Yeah.
Both their claims and anything that you think is actually legitimate.
Yeah. Right.
And pardon my laugh at that. Anyway, we'll be back next week when we finally get this right. And in the meantime, try to stay free.
Life short, live free.
Ciao.
Later.